Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at the CURT Echo In-line Wireless Brake Controller, how it fits, how it installs on the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. So this is going to be a proportional brake controller for 1 to 4 axle trailers. So when you're towing them, you want to make sure that as you brake, the trailer brakes too and everything is safe. Now, you may have your own factory brake controller like what we have here on our truck. Now, if that's on the fritz, maybe you need to replace it, then your options are traditional brake controllers, which can be pretty bulky and a bit more invasive. If you want to go for a streamlined, very easy plug and play route, that's where the CURT Echo can come in handy. So all you need is going to be your 7-way wiring. This has your wiring harness, and you can use this brake controller with the CURT Echo app. Now, if you want to, you can purchase separately the small CURT Echo button and then just have that mounted to your dash. Again, you can see how that's a lot more low profile than the larger systems some other people have. So if you want a more in-depth look at how the app works, or how does the proportional braking work, or what does it mean when I say 1 to 4 axles, definitely check out the full review where we really dive into those specs, measurements, information. Here, we're just going to talk about how it fits on this truck. I really like it just because it's a super easy process, almost no work involved. In fact, let's take a look at that. So we're going to start with the super easy install. So first, take a look at your harness. Now this is going to be for later because this is going to go back into our controller. So the first thing is our T connector. We're going to have to go underneath the truck to make those connections. So we're behind the bumper. You can see where our spare tire is. So look right past that and you're going to see where the plug that we need to remove is. So first you need to pull up on the safety tab. Once that's up, you can hear it click into the up position. You're then going to press on the inside of there to pull the whole plug out. Once that's out, you can then make your replacement. So this is when you use dielectric grease for your plugs. So definitely use a lot of that on all of your connections. Now we're just going to be demonstrating how to install this. So we're not going to do that, but please do that before you continue. To continue, see this plug? Well, that's going to go into the plug you just took out. So pop that right in there. Make sure it's seated, and then get the other side of your T connector, and that's going to go into your truck. If you heard that click, then you know it's in place. So now that our T connector is plugged in, we're then going to plug in our brake controller. So just connect that. Just to let you know, it's going to start flashing, which shows that you do have power. You've made your connections properly, and then this will start pairing. So we're going to let it do its thing, and we're going to find a spot for it underneath our truck. So here we have our brake controller mounted to our truck, and it's really up to you to find just whichever is the best and easiest and most secure spot for you. So where it's oriented, that doesn't matter. So whether it's left, right, up, down, as long as you have a good and secure connection, your harness is out of the way, it's away from any moving parts, you're good to go. So I used cable ties to secure our controller. With this kit, you're going to get 3 things. You're going to get cable ties, you're going to get self-tapping screws, and you're going to get an adhesive pad. So I recommend using that adhesive pad with whichever of the 2 you feel more comfortable with. If you're just going to leave this on your truck, you're not ever going to move it as far as you know, go ahead and use those self-tappers. I use cable ties just because it's less invasive, but also use the adhesive. The final step is figuring how you're going to control your brake controller. So you do have the CURT Echo app as an option. Go ahead and download that. You can also get sold separately the button that mounts to your dashboard. Some people like to do both options just to have it. But here we have the CURT Echo app. So see that big red button? Well, that will help control your trailer brakes. So you can just long press that button. You can see here brakes being applied. And you also have your different profiles, different settings. If you want to adjust your sensitivity or for your output, things like that, you can do that all over here. All in all, I really like how easy that whole process is. If your factory brake controller isn't working and you just need to replace it and you want something that gets the job done quickly, easily, and that way you can get back onto the road, this is a great way to do so. So right here, right now, that was a look at the CURT Echo In-line Wireless Brake Controller on a 2023 GMC Sierra 1500.